Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on Weymouth Harbour for a real behind-the-scenes tour of the team. We're going to explore this highly sophisticated hub of activity and get to know the incredibly dedicated staff that keeps this historic port running safely, smoothly, and efficiently 365 days a year. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's dive into this. A peaceful sunset over the water is exactly why tourists flock to Weymouth. It's idyllic, isn't it? But honestly, don't let that calm surface fool you for a second. Because just out of sight, there is an intense, non-stop logistical operation going on. As an open port, Weymouth sees a massive, constantly shifting mix of traffic. We're talking everything from a super active fleet of commercial fishing boats to literally thousands of visiting leisure yachts. Trying to manage that mix and keep everyone totally safe without ruining that relaxed holiday atmosphere? Well, that requires a highly coordinated and hypervigilant team. So, how is all of this actually organized? Well, if we look at the organizational breakdown, right at the top of the chain is the harbor master. They have the ultimate day-to-day responsibility for managing the safe operation of all navigation and marine activities. And the harbor master oversees a truly diverse team that basically splits into three main areas. You've got commercial operations, administrative duties, and then the on-the-water berthing management. It's a highly structured setup entirely designed to comply with some very strict national marine safety codes, all while delivering this excellent, welcoming service to every single person who uses the port. And this brilliantly illustrates who we're actually talking about, connecting the faces to the action. Because the real driving force behind the port's success is definitely the people. The welcoming, smiling faces of the harbor staff are directly connected to that bustling marine environment they expertly manage every single day. These are the folks out there reconciling the wildly complex demands of the harbor. They aren't just rule enforcers, They are literal problem solvers. Whether you're a local scalloper coming in with a heavy catch or just a holiday maker in a sailboat, this team is responsible for making sure you navigate the port safely and easily. Let's break down these roles, starting with the highly visible frontline workers, the berthing officers. If you visit Weymouth, these are the folks you're actually going to see out on the water, keeping a watchful eye on the whole operation. Their daily to-do list is incredibly dynamic. They're managing the constant flow of visiting vessels, executing the town bridge lifts, keeping pontoons and vessels maintained, and acting as the duty berthing officer, which basically means they serve as the harbor master's direct representative on the ground. They are constantly conducting what they call dynamic risk assessments, which is essentially evaluating changing weather or sudden vessel movements on the fly. It's absolutely crucial for daily maritime safety and traffic control. Now, one of their absolute most critical and honestly highest pressure duties is executing those town bridge lifts. Because a huge number of boats moor in the inner harbor, there is just a relentless demand to get through the town bridge. So how does it work? Step 1. Officers monitor the scheduled lift times, which happen every 2 hours during the crazy summer season. Step 2. They get on VHF Channel 12 to communicate with approaching mariners and organize the queue. And Step 3. They actually execute the lifts safely while managing all that converging traffic and making sure vessels obey the traffic lights. It is a massive daily orchestration of timing and safety. Moving from the water onto the shore, we have the commercial team. Their work is heavily focused on the big, logistical tasks that keep the harbor functional. We're talking managing forklift operations, overseeing the security and maintenance of the peninsula area, and handling the unique, large-scale requirements when those massive tall ships come to visit. It is heavy physical work for sure. And actually, when they aren't managing those commercial operations, they even step in to assist the berthing officers with those vital town bridge lifts we were just talking about. But look, an operation of this scale absolutely needs a rock-solid foundation, right? Enter the administrative backbone. While some of the staff are out on the water or driving forklifts, this dedicated team works tirelessly behind the scenes. Moorings officers handle berth allocations and do regular pontoon checks. The promotions officer manages marketing and puts out the harbor guide. You've got admin support processing commercial vessel invoicing and banking reconciliation. And the facilities attendant ensures the harbor facilities are clean and in perfect order. They are the ones making sure that everything from accurate billing to hot, clean showers runs without a single hitch. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this number, 1,000. That represents the massive number of permanent moorings the harbor team looks after across its marinas and outer harbor, year-round. I mean, just imagine the paperwork, the safety checks, the maintenance, and the pure customer service required to manage allocations and transfers for 1,000 permanent berths. It is an incredible administrative and operational feat. And the numbers get even bigger, 5,000. That is the astonishing number of leisure vessel visitor nights the harbor handles annually. To put that into perspective, that is on top of the 1,000 permanent moorings, on top of the active fleet of 60 commercial fishing boats, and on top of all the daily beachgoers. The sheer volume of traffic coming in and out of that short, clear entrance from Weymouth Bay is absolutely staggering. And every single one of those visitors relies directly on the harbor staff. So it begs the question, how in the world does the team handle the summer rush? Because when the weather warms up, Weymouth completely transforms. The traffic bunches up into the sealing season from spring to autumn, and it gets intensely busy. With all these visiting yachts mixing with commercial vessels and holidaymakers, how does the core staff scale their operations to survive and actually thrive during this peak season without compromising safety? Well, the answer is the seasonal surge. During those wildly busy summer months, Weymouth Harbour proactively brings on additional seasonal staff to directly support their operations. And let me tell you, these seasonal berthing officers and assistants are absolute lifesavers. They help manage the massive influx of tourists and boaters, they make sure safety protocols are strictly followed, and they maintain the high level of service the harbor is known for, even when the port is operating at absolute maximum capacity under the hot summer sun. We're going to wrap up our tour with this really warm sentiment straight from their own harbor guide. Weymouth Harbor team has a passion for exceptional service. After looking at the sheer complexity of their operations, from the flawless execution of bridge lifts to managing literally thousands of vessels, it's crystal clear that this isn't just a job for them, it is a true dedication to maritime excellence. It really leaves you with a profound appreciation for their hard work. So I'll leave you with this provocative thought. Next time you look out over a peaceful, functional marina or harbor near your own home, ask yourself, what unseen, dedicated team is working around the clock, behind the scenes, to make that seamless, safe experience possible? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.